Let's speak about VGAC, baby. VG Acquisition Corp. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we're going to be speaking about a SPAC that does not have a definitive target. So why do people even get excited about this company when we don't even know what we are investing in? Well, the first thing about SPACs is, my friends, generally they can't go below $10 before the merger actually goes through. So if you were to invest at $13.86 a share, essentially the most you're going to be risking if you sell before a merger goes through is $3.86. So VG Acquisition Corp is Virgin Group Acquisition Corp, aka Richard Branson. So when you're investing in this company, you're essentially investing in the management team, which is very important to understand. And you will see that over the last week, this stock has gone up 18.5%, and we do not even have a target yet. So today I want to speak about why that is, and is now the right time to get in if you're not in yet? Is it still worth the bet at $13.86 a share without a target? The primary reason people have been getting excited this week in particular is this: Virgin Orbit considering the SPAC route for going public, Richard Branson says. So we're going to speak all about that. We're going to speak about why that is a possibility, and in order to do so, we will go back to their initial public offering statement, and we'll show you just a few basic things about the group, the management team, what kind of sectors they're targeting, etc. So my friends, right before we do get into the video, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Drop me a comment down below, let me know, did you buy these guys, and if you did, what price? I personally bought these guys at $10.62 a share. I only bought 300 shares. I have no idea why. Looking back on it, I am so confused as to why I went in so little. The risk was so low. But anyway, you live and you learn. And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. If you are interested in joining my private Discord group, my friends, that is the first link in the description. In there, you get access to all of my buy and sell alerts, both my short-term swing trades and my long-term investments. I called these guys at 10.62 in that group. I know a lot of people got in with me. We called TMDI yesterday. That saw a 60+% move. We called SENS and NDRA 2 days ago. I mean, there has been some beautiful swings happening in January. We are eating baguettes, baby. We have nearly 2,000 members in there now. If you want to join the community, it's awesome. If you want 4 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description, my friends. You got to sign up, deposit $100. Really is that simple. 2 of those stocks are worth $3,700 each. They can be worth up to that amount. You're not guaranteed $7,400. So my friends, let's just get straight into it. So this is where I bought them on the 30th of November. So you can see we've been on a nice little run up since. We're up about 30ish%. It was easy. These opportunities don't come around very long. When you get a SPAC that comes out with a management team that Virgin Group has, where there is no target yet, it does not happen very often. So Investor Place has this 12 things to know about these guys. They came public back in October 2020, okay? They raised $480 million by offering 48 million units at $10 each. So quite a considerable SPAC. You could expect it to be going after a relatively large company. Josh Baylist and Evan Lovell, the CEO and CIO of Virgin Group, are responsible for managing this SPAC. So that is very important straight off the bat. They are targeting businesses in consumer-facing industries in Europe or the US. Now, if you do go back to the actual publication from Virgin Group themselves, back from October 1st, you can see a little bit more about what that actually means. The company was formed for the purpose of effecting a merger, amalgamation, share exchange, asset acquisition, share purchase, etc. The company intends to focus on businesses that operate in one of the Virgin Group's core sectors, okay? So, travel and leisure, financial services, health and wellness, technology and internet enabled, music and entertainment, media and mobile, and renewable energy / resource efficiency. So you can see there are quite a lot of different sectors that this company could go into. And obviously there's a few companies we're hoping for more so than others, renewable energy and resource efficiency being the top of the tier. I think we would also be very happy with technology and internet based. So that's what makes this a bit of a gamble right now. We don't know who they're merging with. And you know, if it's a good company, you're more than likely going to make a whole lot of money. I mean, especially if you're like me and you bought these guys in the 10s or even the 11s, your risk is still very low. And you genuinely have the potential to make 100-200% in a day if a really good announcement comes out. But on the other hand, if a bad announcement comes out, these guys are more than likely going back down to $10-11, and they could go even lower once the merger goes through. So that's the primary risk you are taking. It's much more of a calculated gamble than a lot more of the stock market is. It could go really well for you or poorly, but as long as you control the risk, things cannot go too wrong. You are in control of that. VG Acquisition has said it wants to focus on areas Virgin Group already has found success, okay? Now, this is one of the reasons a lot of us think it could be Virgin Orbit that we do end up merging with. And that brings us onto this, where Virgin Orbit is considering the SPAC route for going public, Richard Branson says. Now, when a lot of people think about Virgin Group, when a lot of people think about Richard Branson, you're going to think about SPCE, Virgin Galactic. A lot of people may not know they actually did go public via a SPAC as well. It's a route that Richard Branson really seems to like taking. So Virgin Orbit would consider going public through a SPAC, Virgin Orbit founder Richard Branson said in an interview with CNBC. We will raise some outside finance to take it to the next stage now that we've proven the concept. And if you follow these guys on Twitter, you will know what he's speaking about there. They've been up to quite a bit lately. A SPAC is a possibility, and it's definitely on the table as a possibility going forwards. Now, there's a lot of reading between the lines here, and you guys know how the stock market is. A lot of investors get really speculative. I would not take this in any way whatsoever, even anywhere near a guarantee that this is going to happen, but it has gotten a lot of people excited. So it falls in line with the companies they're targeting. Richard Branson said they plan on going public via SPAC, and we have VGAC right here. It makes a lot of sense, I will agree with you guys. And if it is to be Virgin Orbit that goes public, I think a lot of us who invested early on are going to be rewarded quite handsomely. So if we do go over to Virgin Orbit's Twitter, we can see that they are opening space for good by launching satellites from the wing of a 747. And they had a successful launch of orbit back on January 18th. Today's sequence of events for Launch Demo 2 went exactly to plan. From safe execution of our ground ops all the way through successful full duration burns on both engines. To say we're thrilled would be a massive understatement. That's awesome. So people are putting the pieces of the puzzle together, okay? They just had a really good launch. Then Richard Branson comes on to CNBC and says that they're considering going public via SPAC, and VGAC is just sitting here waiting for a target. What I want to say to you guys is, if Virgin Orbit is to be the company that's chosen, I think 1386 is absolutely going to be a steal. Absolutely. I think it could very, very easily shoot up to $20 extraordinarily quickly, and if hype really gets behind them, we could see a $30, $40 company within a few months, in my opinion. No guarantees, of course. One more reason that this has gone up a little bit, okay, is this. They generated a huge buzz last week thanks to ARK Invest. I cover this on the channel, okay? We all know at this stage, ARK Invest announced their ARKX, their space ETF. If an announcement comes soon that VGAC is to merge with Virgin Orbit, okay, and we know that the ARKX is coming, they are two absolutely, and I mean absolutely, huge catalysts falling in line at the exact same time. I would expect a huge run up. And if you're interested in the world of space, you know that satellites are going to play a huge role in the ARKX. Recent years have seen huge interest in these small satellites. More companies than ever are making them, and they want accessible and relatively low cost ways to get them into space. Virgin Orbit thinks they can dominate this area. So in my opinion, it's those 2 or 3 things coming together. It's the fact that Virgin Orbit is doing very well for itself. It had a very successful test flight. It's the fact that we got ARKX, and it's the fact that Richard Branson said they're considering bringing Virgin Orbit public via a SPAC. All of that happening together, all of that circumstantial evidence, because that's all it is right now, is leading to quite a bit of hype here. So at the end of the day, if you are to buy now at 1386, you carry a lot more risk than the guys who are buying in the 10s and 11s. I can only lose 62 cents a share. I mean, I'm risking very, very little. Now you could lose up to 386 a share, and that is a very real possibility. And if you decide to hold after the merger goes through and it's a poor company that isn't Virgin Orbit, you can lose more. Do I think it's too late to get in on the hype, on the potential? No. Again, if it's to be Virgin Orbit, this price is still going to be an absolute steal and a half, my friends. But if it's to come out and be someone in the financial sector that nobody really cares about and doesn't want to hold long, they don't have the best fundamentals, the best balance sheet, etc., etc., people are going to sell, because a lot of people who are investing in a SPAC like this aren't looking for your normal long-term hold. They're looking for something very exciting, something similar to Virgin Galactic. So if it's to come out and be something quite boring, a lot of these people are just going to take their money, either their small loss or their small profit, and move it on to the next play. At the end of the day, it's still a gamble, it's still a risk. I quite like them at current prices, in all honesty. I still think the risk-reward ratio is decent, given the team that we have behind them, and given all of the circumstantial evidence. But anyway, my friends, that is what I had to say on these guys. I just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm still really excited about them, in all honesty. It was quite boring. They hadn't done very much for a while. We hovered around the 11 to 11.50 mark. If you watched this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. If you did enjoy the video, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and please, my friend, subscribe if you're new around here. Also, if you are interested in joining that private Discord group, again, that is the first link in the description. Access to all of my buy and sell alerts. I called these guys at 1062 a couple of months back. You get all of my long-term investments and my short-term swing trades. Access to over 50 private channels. A community of nearly 2,000 investors. It's juicy. And if you want those free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description, my friends. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.